take a look at the size of this. It's very small, right? When we're talking about projection lenses, optical snoots, things project up to way up here. And this also fits into the bag. There's no sound. It's super quiet right now. It's not getting hot at all. I'm impressed. Today we're taking a look at the well-making light. It is the 80 watts light that is actually pretty good for its price. Apart from that, I apologize for the reverb on this room. It's not treated. I kind of went here to demonstrate the light. So the model that I actually received from well-making is a 2 units. It's the 80 watts light, and we have the optical snoot. Let's see if this turns on. Okay. We have the dimmer switch, temperature of the color itself. All right, so let's test this light. So spigot. So for this light, there's a spigot attached on the light. So it's attached permanently, so you can't take this off. But you also get this, can you come close? You get this a 1/4-inch thread, which means you can mount this directly onto the tripod if you want to. Today I'm going to compare 3 different lights. First is the Godox ML100 bicolor. This seems to be, you know, what's trending these days, affordable budget for a lot of filmmakers. We have the budget version of the Godox. It's the ZSYB S100. So same thing, bicolor, 100 watts light. And now we have the 80 watts light that's bicolor and that's also compact. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn off the light and actually see the comparison of the lights itself. So this is the Godox 100 at its 100% capacity. So I'm gonna stay here for a while so that you guys can actually see the intensity of the light. 5600 at 100%. Okay, now we're turning on the ZSYB. Let's put this on 5600. Okay, this is 5600 at 100%. Now we're testing the well-making light. Okay, that's at a 100% 80 watts light. All right, so as you guys can see, the 80 watts light actually pretty much holds up. Now the nice thing about this is it comes with a Fresnel, right? So come a bit closer. The Fresnel itself can be mounted onto the light. God damn it. I'll figure this out later, okay? So essentially, this is a Fresnel. So when you turn on the light, you can actually see that the difference of the light, it focuses onto the center. And it also has a beautiful fall off on the edges. So if you guys can see that, this light just spreads out everywhere. Now this light has a nice fall off. So the Fresnel actually also intensifies the intensity of the light. So it's a pretty nice thing. And I just got to figure out how you must attach this onto the front, but it's actually good. Now I do like the fact that you can attach a battery right on the side. As you can see, there's a DC mount onto the left side, and then you can basically also attach a battery and use a DC. So, you know, you're getting everything out of this light, right? And I've been using a lot of portable lights lately just for travel and just for a lot of, you know, ease of use. Now the fact that you can attach a battery right here is one advantage, and it also keeps everything in compact. You see a lot of lights these days where the light actually has an internal battery. Now those things cannot last you forever, because if the battery breaks down on you, you have to replace the light. So it's actually a good thing to have a light that you can detach and attach. So that's one advantage over a lot of things out there. Now you could argue that everyone uses USB-C, so you can use a USB-C to power up the light, but then, you know, this doesn't have a USB-C, so I think that's one takeaway that you need to consider when getting this light. But, you know, when you have NPF batteries on set, I think this will come in handy. A lot of filmmakers, event videographers have NPF batteries, so I think that's fine. Now let's talk about the other attachment that it came with. This is the optical snoot. Now, actually I'm impressed. This is pretty heavy. That's because it does have the glass elements on front. So what it actually does is just simply mounts like that. And then when you power up the light, you can actually see, you can focus the ring. So I'm going to turn off the light just to demonstrate. There you go. That's the projection mount. You can focus, defocus, and take a look at the size of this. It's very small, right? When we're talking about projection lenses, optical snoots, things project up to way up here, and it's a hassle to carry around. But you know, like you can see, this model is compact. I think this is about like 30 centimeters, less than 30 centimeters, and this also fits into the bag. So it's actually good. Now, are there cons to this? There's one con I've noticed. Can you take a video of those? So things like this, and things like right this. So I think the light are leaking from right here. The light is actually leaking from here. So I think this is the only con. If you are if you want to be concentrated on the light, you can use a cinefoil. But apart from that, I think it's good. And the light, take a sound of this. There is no sound. There is no fan that actually turns on. So this is really, really quiet. Being 80 watts light at 100%, it's super quiet right now. And this thing is not getting hot at all. I'm impressed. Okay, so let's take a look at the other gobos that it came with, just to try it out. Here you guys can see, these are the different gobos that it comes with. So, different shapes, different things. And you also get a color gels right here. So, let's try that. Color red. We'll attach this right here. Whoops. All right. And then you put the thing right here, like that. Okay. And then you attach this thing right here. Okay. And then we'll be attaching this thing right here. Where do we put this? At the bottom. Okay. So we put that in right there. Okay. So this is actually a magnetic attachment, so it just sticks right in. So I was wondering how it's going to stick, but it's magnetic. So you can place it however you want, and it just sticks right in. So turn off the light, and voila. That is what you get. So you can use this as a background and do different sorts of things. And you can also adjust your focus. And there you have it. That was the demonstration of the lights. I'm going to show you just a couple of lighting setups that I like to use this for. Hold on. I'm gonna come back with two lighting setups that I like to share using this light, and hopefully you guys can pick up some creative process along the way. But yeah, those are the comparisons. I do actually like this because it's compact, it doesn't overheat, doesn't have a fan noise. Nothing to complain about, but so far so good. So I'll come back with the setup. Okay, so this is the first setup that I'm doing. This is very straightforward. You have a spotlight onto the talent, and that's just directly pointing onto the subject itself. You can use the focusing ring to adjust your focus, and now you have a simple James Bond thing. All right, so that is the James Bond setting number 1. Very straightforward. Now let's move on to the second setup, which is more cinematic, or you could say more artistic. So let me just put the camera down just real quick. Okay, I think we can do a product shot, right? So let's do a quick product shot setup. 여기서 이렇게 잠깐 이렇게 해줄 수 있어요, 이렇게. 천천히 하나, 둘, 셋, 하나, 둘, 셋. 이렇게. 네. 자, 한번 해보세요. 천천히 하나, 둘. 오케이. 이 라이트를 좀 돌려서 이렇게 한번 해볼까요? 네, 좋아요. Alright, so for the second setup, I'll be doing a simple interview. We'll be using a curtain. Okay, there you go. Now I'm just gonna add a key light. Alrighty, raise it up. And then we'll turn off the light. I got one more light right over here, which is another one from Ambitful. Just gonna blow some air in it. All right, and turn this on. Something. All right, so this is magnetic, so it just attaches right there. All right, fills in the shadow side. I can simply add one more umbrella light because it's very dramatic at the moment. Turn this on. And then this is just gonna bring up the whole room tone, right? So I'm gonna use a power bank for this. Okay, turn that back on. We'll try to turn off all the light just so I can demonstrate what we got going on over here. All right, so this is with the key light off. This is just the background light, the background. And then we're adding a hair light over here. Right over there, which I can adjust. The room ambience light. So we're getting that the daylight vibe that we actually want from this. So yeah, that's another setup. I think it took me about 30 minutes to get this look, but with just 1, 2, 3 lighting setup, with the additional top light, we're pretty much set for a corporate interview. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Well, making light. I'll come back to you guys with a final conclusion. All right, back again in the studio. I just wanted to let you guys know that I found a way to attach the Fresnel. It simply mounts on. It was very, very easy. Just you put it on, it mounts on. But the reason why it wasn't working was because I had the thingy right here protracted. So there wasn't any space for the attachment to be attached. So what you need to do is just protract it. You attach the mount like so, and there you have it. It has all the features packed into this one unit, and it's something that I do recommend for a lot of you guys, especially for those who do a lot of travel and do a lot of wedding work. As long as you have the NPF batteries, you're good to go. And I also do like the fact that when you have the NPF battery, it's not sticking as out as much. You know, for event videographers, this is very lightweight and you can do a lot of things with this. And the Fresnel attachment is something that I really do like, and I wish a lot of lighting companies take inspirations out of this unit and try to implement some things like this, because it's a game changer. This thing comes with a Bowens mount, so you can attach a reflector right here, and then you are able to use this tightening knob to make sure everything's nice and tight. This thing doesn't take off. So a lot of things you can do with this because it's a Bowens mount. You can attach, you know, all kinds of soft boxes, all kind of modifiers. So there you have it. The only downside is that there isn't any USB-C mount. That's the only downside. But apart from that, you get the NPF batteries, DC port, compact size, no fan noise, ventilation is nice, doesn't get hot, and you have a Bowens mount attachment, plus Fresnel and the adjustment of the Fresnel. And man, I can't highly recommend this. Check this out. Also, it comes with a light bracket. that comes with an umbrella. Highly recommend this package. If you do already have a Bowens mount spotlight optical snoot, I highly recommend just getting the light itself. That was my final conclusion of this unit. Make sure you check it out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.